Let's talk now as the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Wusue Friakoto, says harmful chemicals used in illegal mining are the greatest threat to cocoa production. He says the practice could lead to a ban of Ghana's cocoa beans on the international market with an adverse effect on the country's economy. Nana Yaojima has been speaking to the minister.
About 30% of the country's total earnings is from cocoa. The cash crop, which is largely located at the gold belt of the country, is under siege by illegal mining operations. According to Dr. Friakoto, research by Cocoa Board has revealed only 2% of cocoa farms have so far been lost to illegal mining.
For me, in terms of acreages, it's not much, and I have the evidence. The Cocoa Board did a survey. They are saying that the equivalent of 2% of land under cocoa has been destroyed by Galamsey. 2% is nothing. And cocoa is concentrated in the gold belt. Okay, so if you extend it to the north in terms of total, it's not much.
Water bodies, including major rivers, have become targets of the illegal miners. Some dredge and wash for gold in water bodies, while others breach buffer areas. Though there are no records of chemical traces in cocoa so far, the Minister of Food and Agriculture fears the imminent danger.
What is very important is the water pollution, the cyanide and the other chemicals, mercury, which go into the food chain and end up in our stomachs. For me, you journalists, you don't talk about that, but to me that's the most dangerous part. It's not the quantity, but it's the environmental, the negative environmental impact. I'm afraid that it may go into the water in the cocoa areas. If we send a consignment of cocoa to, say, Belgium, and they test there and they find any trace, they could ban our cocoa exports. So it's not so much the impact on the production as to endangering our international trade. And the only thing we have is cocoa. We are now, as I told you, coming up in terms of the diversification, picking these 6 crops that we want to develop into the cocoa standard. But that will take time. That's a medium, long-term thing. Okay? But immediately, the danger of these cyanides and these very dangerous chemicals going into the chain, into our product, which we send abroad, to endanger our export earnings. That is, for me, the biggest concern. And therefore, the sooner we are able to stop this Galamsey, the better it will be, not to only safeguard the environment, but to safeguard our trade.
There is resurgence of illegal mining activities despite increased efforts of the government to deal with the menace. For JoyNews, Nana Yaojima, Kumasi.